爷爷，你还记得你当时是几岁刺的吗？
哎呦，这么大年的哈。
A Republic of China flag is tattooed just above a huge war wound on the chest of this 93-year-old Taiwanese veteran. Wang Chichuan first joined the mainland Chinese army at age 13. He was a Korean war prisoner who eventually came to Taiwan. Decades later, he still remembers the pain and fear he felt during the Chinese Civil War. Wang said he does not want to repeat the experience.
蔡英文现在挑着这个战争，那个战争我怕了，我到现在看电视我不看那些个，
为什么害怕？
战争是残忍的。酷的，那阵儿抓兵，我抽的当兵是抓兵的，国共内战呢，抓兵啊，抓不到大人就抓小孩子呢。
There are many others just like Wang who live in this veterans' care home some 40 kilometers from Taipei. Sun Kuo-si fought for the Kuomintang in the final years of the war. When their forces were defeated in 1949, Sun spent 8 days at sea to reach Taiwan. Today, both Sun and Wang believe the island is unprepared to go to war with mainland China. They warn that such conflict is more likely under the current government's policies. The ruling independence-leaning Democratic Progressive Party has rejected such claims as scaremongering, saying nobody wants war.
跟中国打，台湾把什么跟中国打？台湾把什么跟中国打？地方在一点。不要说你打什么东西，打一个桥，台湾都难脱了。那车子把那个桥都把那高速公路打一个桥，那车子都难了。打怎么打？
对啊，
台湾怎么打？那蔡英文的嘴巴大，嘴巴讲，我们没有。
你咚一群炸弹来，电也没有了，水也没有了，你那不要是怎么生活啊？
所以台湾没有胜算。
所以呢，我们都想就是说，啊，那台湾也是中国的一部分。这清朝、明朝时候，这台湾都在。
In 1992, Beijing and Taiwan's then-ruling Kuomintang leadership came to an unofficial agreement known as the 1992 Consensus. They agreed that there is only one China, but the two sides could each determine what that means. For years, the mainland and the self-ruled island were able to coexist under this consensus, and relations slowly improved. But President Tsai Ing-wen of the DPP has refused to accept the 1992 consensus since coming to power in 2016, leading to increased tensions with Beijing. Today, many political experts say the younger generation tends to identify more as Taiwanese rather than just Chinese.
The younger people tend to have a separate, almost distinct Taiwanese national identity as opposed to a more Chinese national identity. So in that sense, the trend lines on support for unification is a downward one, less and less support for unification over time.
An August poll by the DPP-leaning Taiwan Public Opinion Foundation showed only about 6% of young people aged 25 to 34 supported reunification. In comparison, support was a much higher 18% among people aged 55 to 64. The survey also showed support for Taiwanese independence had increased by almost 5% compared to survey results from February. More than half of those supporters were between the ages of 20 and 44. Beijing regards Taiwan as part of its territory that will be reunited with the mainland one day, preferably by peaceful means, but by force if necessary. Most countries, including the US, do not officially recognize Taiwan as an independent state. But many oppose any potential attempts to take Taiwan by force. Having lived her entire life under the status quo of the One China principle, filmmaker Kuo Pei-xuan questions whether a potential reunification should even weigh on people's minds.
好像有一点假议题，关于统一不统一，我觉得即便是国民党上也不会马上就变成统一的状况。我不太相信这件事情，但当然很多资讯一直在跟我们讲说可能会这样子，可能会就是有一点，我觉得是台面上的资讯一直在操纵这件事情。
Voters will decide who will lead the self-ruled island in January's presidential election and which direction the island will take in its relationship with mainland China.